Good day, ma'am. This is May Brittany Balagot from Group 12. Together with my members, Dumanag Jeremy, Ulasiman Dalisay, Masinlay Jemerson, and Jasper Glenn Sanchez. Today, we will going to present you our research titles, also its rationale and scope and limitation of the study. Here is Ulasiman Dalisay for the first title.
First research title is the effect of COVID-19 pandemic on crime growth in Lunao, Hingaog City. Rationally, because of COVID-19 pandemic, many people have been particularly affected, especially those unemployed people, and the easy way for them to earn money is through illegal doings. The purpose of this research is to determine the most possible crime offense committed at that particular place. Also, to take action and give preventions to the people inside the environment through the help of assigned barangay officials and law enforcement. This research also constitutes information in every people inside or outside Hingaog City. As we can see, we are facing the COVID-19 pandemic, and because of this problem, we are in a crisis days because some people in our barangay are unemployed and they are lack of financial, which is they are forcing to commit wrongdoings, and that's the robbery. That's the most problem in our barangay today. Scope and limitation. This study primarily focused on the victims of crimes and other matter, including what crime is committed during the COVID-19 pandemic. The researchers aim to describe the compliance of every possible victims of any particular crimes committed during the COVID-19 pandemic. This research will be conducted in Lunao, Hingaog City.
Hello ma'am, good day. I'm here to present one of our proposed research entitled Effectiveness of Online Class in Criminology Student. So our rationale in this research is because of the pandemic we are facing today, a lot of people are affected, including the schools, especially teachers and students. That's why online class are being conducted just to continue education. The purpose of this research is to determine the effectiveness of online class on criminology students in Hingaog City colleges. It will also determine the reasons behind it. So, to determine the effectiveness of online class on criminology students in Hingaog City colleges, it means that is it possible to all of the criminology students in Hingaog City colleges to learn more or less while we are having a temporary online class. And also, it will show us that is it possible that the drop rate of the students, especially the criminology students, would be affected. Scope and limitation. This study primarily focused on the criminology students in Hingaog City colleges who are using online class as their learning method. The researchers aim to give the possible number of students who continued and stopped schooling through quantitative survey if possible. This study will be conducted through online survey. So, our scope and limitation is to give the range number of students who are continuing their study, and also it will show us that the students who stop their study. And also in our research, it shows us that we are focusing on the criminology students in Hingaog City colleges. That's all. Thank you.
Good day. My research title is Pornography, is it a type of violence? Rationally, teenagers, married, widow, and even children today are already knowledgeable in pornography. That's why instead of decreasing the number of population in the Philippines, it got increased because of teenage pregnancy. The purpose of this research is to determine the effect of pornography in some type of violence, rape, sexual abuse, and other type of sexual harassment are increasing, especially in this time of pandemic. There are a lot of people who are knowledgeable in pornography. They already know the sites where to find pornographic video and picture. Especially in this time of pandemic that people are not roaming around, they only stay on their house. The purpose of this research is to determine the effect of pornography in some type of violence, rape, sexual abuse, and other type of sexual harassment. Pornography is one of the reasons why there are crime of rape, sexual abuse, and sexual harassment. And also pornography is one of the reasons why our country population is increasing. The scope and limitations of the study. This study is primarily focused on the teenagers, married, widow, and even children who have indulged or engaged themselves in pornography. The research aims to know the possible reasons through conducting quantitative survey of every possible participant. This study will be conducted in every possible place here in Ngog City.
Good day. Our fourth title, The Cause, Effect, and Possible Solution to Traffic Congestion in Hingog City. Rationale. Traffic congestion is one of the biggest problems in our country, Philippines. There are many effects of traffic in every one of us, especially when there's an accident happen and life is engaged. The purpose of this study is to determine the possible reason of traffic congestions in Hingog City. Also to distinguish the possible solution of traffic problems, especially on the accidents. Suggestion of every possible participants will be included. We choose this topic because as we can see in our place here in Hingog City, the traffic is one of the problem because there are so many vehicles and some of the drivers are lack of knowledge about traffic. That's why accidents happen often times. Scope and limitation of the study. These studies primarily focus on every person like motorcycle driver, private vehicles driver, and also the passengers. The researchers aim to know the problems and possible solution of traffic congestion. This study will be conducted in the national road of any place of Hingog City. Our aim for this study is to find what are the possible solutions to minimize the traffic here in Hingog City.
Our fifth research title is The Advantage and Disadvantage of this Pandemic on Criminology Students in Hingog City Colleges. The rationale. Pandemic is a very serious case nowadays. Everyone is affected and no one is exempted, including us students. Many of the students take advantage of this pandemic, but most of the students take this negatively. The purpose of this study is to determine the effect of pandemic in criminology students, the effect not just to their education but also to their daily life. I choose this title because I have witnessed some of the criminology students take this pandemic as a freedom to their school life and take study as their last priority. Some of them also take this as disadvantage because of the reason that they didn't understand or listen very well to the discussion, and it affects their grades and their learning. The scope and limitation of the study. This study is primarily focused on the criminology students in Hingog City Colleges. The researchers aim to collect information on other thoughts from criminology students if they saw the pandemic as advantage or disadvantage. This study will be conducted in Pass Village, Macupa Street, Barangay 24A, Hingog City, or through online conversation or survey. This study aims to distinguish the primarily reason of a pandemic affects the criminology students' learning. That's all. Thank you. Thank you so much, Mom, for listening. Good day and God bless.